Hey everybody, good morning. I'm JD Houvener, host here of Bold Today's Show. You've made it. We're here every Wednesday at 9 a.m. Pacific and noon on the East Coast talking about patents. I'm a patent attorney and also the owner here at Bold Patents Law Firm. And if you know of any inventors, entrepreneurs, business owners, please do share this with them. Give us a like on this channel and share with your social community. A couple disclaimers because we are a law firm. I want to give you a legal disclaimer. If you've got an invention, when I suspect you do, if you're here, whether you're a client or just someone looking for more information, here's the disclaimer, all right? Do not share any confidential inventions, right? This is not the place to do that. This is the place to bring up general questions about the process. Maybe you're stuck midway, where you just want to know what it's like. What's the difference between a patent and a trademark? This is the place for you, okay? But do not share any confidential information, all right? The agenda for today is pretty straightforward. We do every week, we go through a few things, all right? So here is hey, Docker, good to see you. Glad we got you on. Welcome. We've got a special guest today too. She's backstage. So I do have a free book. You see a bunch of books behind me. This one here, Bold Ideas, The Inventor's Guide to Patents. I wrote just a few years ago. This has got all the nuggets, right? What's the difference between a patent and a trademark, trade secret. It's a quick read, probably about an hour and a half. It's a PDF copy is yours if you make the move to schedule a free screening session with us, right? See if that idea you've been tinkering on is something worth pulling the trigger on. Speak with one of our non-attorney advisors to see if patenting is the right fit for you, and they can get you scheduled with one of our attorneys. So follow that link to get a copy of the book. Here's the actual link to the screening session. I'll put that in as well. All right. Looks like you've got an idea, Docker, for an automobile which runs without petrol and rechargeable battery. Cool. You're back. Well, we're going to come back to you in just a second. All right. I'm going to feature the live Q&A next. Let's go over that agenda. It's a good timing for that. And thank you for your question, Docker. I'll get right to you. We're going to go over the free book offer. I want to introduce our guest, and then we're going to jump to live Q&A and then avlo.com. All right. So stay tuned for the live questions, and I've got you up first. Good to see you, Alan. Thanks for coming on. All right. Andrea, welcome. All right. So Andrea is I apologize, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly.
Yeah.
All right, perfect. Well, she's an inventor, client of ours. It's always a special opportunity for me to bring our clients on. I think it's one of the best ways to showcase what we do. I mean, I'm just a talking head up here, but we've got a real live inventor who has done it and made the bold move to now be patent pending with her lovely invention. So I want to have her showcase her mask, and she is now selling on her own website. So without further ado, Andrea, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, JD, for having me.
You're very welcome. So a lot of interested people here and kind of hearing about what your invention is. So give us kind of the background. How did you get inspired? I know this year has been crazy with COVID and everything, so I imagine that's what it is. But give us a kind of a feel for how you got started on this project.
So basically, my birthday was in August. I took a trip to Las Vegas, had a wonderful time there. I had my favorite mask. It was a black mask, a lot of glitter on there. It was my favorite mask. Unfortunately, I went out to eat right before my plane was due to board, and I left my mask. I just yelled out, "Someone needs to make a mask that allows you to eat and drink without removing it from your face." I left my favorite mask. And then my friend said, "Drea, did you just hear what you just said?" So I just Googled, and I'm like, somebody already made this. Somebody already has this idea out. I Googled, did a lot of research. I spent the entire plane ride doing research, connected to their Wi-Fi on the plane.
Yep.
And ended up finding out, wow, no one has this idea out. You see ideas with zippers, you see all of these other ideas, but you don't see a mask that allows you to actually open at the flap. You don't see that. So then I just started doing a lot of brainstorming, and I'm like, why not make it waterproof? If you're eating and drinking, what if it gets wet? You don't want anyone's mask to get saturated. So I made it waterproof. So that's how I came up with Masquerade Mask. It allows you to eat and drink without removing it from your face. This is
awesome.
Sorry, 1 second. This is the mask here. This is one of my simple designs. You open it here. It also attaches to a Velcro attachment on the side, so that eating and drinking, you don't have to worry about the flap getting in the way.
That's awesome. Wonderful. And so you can actually stay more protected, covered your nose while you're eating. I think that's, probably the major functionality. And of course, the simplicity of it not dangling in your food. Very, very cool. Very cool. So you took action.
Yeah.
And look at those designs. So it isn't just a standard black mask, which you could have. You've got some opportunity to kind of customize.
Yes. So I also offer camouflage, Barbie pink, red, blue. I also offer a leopard print, same thing. Each mask comes with this Velcro attachment here. I have leopard print, I have camo, I have black, I have red, Barbie pink, purple, royal blue. I even have it in kids.
I saw that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Masquerade Mini.
Excellent. Well, you've been doing a good job modeling. I want to show a little bit of the patent documents, and just because it's a application that's pending and not yet published, I'm going to showcase the figures. All right, we're going to keep the rest of it confidential for now. So I'll do a share screen here, and these are the figures that we submitted. Okay, and so you get a little bit closer shot here than what was on camera just now. So a lot of different features of this. Can you show us kind of what's going on? I'm noticing kind of what on the side, you've got, looks like a filter. Is that right?
Yes, so I do have filters on there. I'm actually in the process of revamping, which I am also patent pending for as well, to have the filters removed. I have understood that I have a lot of clients that travel a lot. So I did go ahead and already spoke with my manufacturer. We're actually revamping and removing those filters for people who would like to travel with this mask as well.
Got it. And I'm a kind of a novice mask wearer. Why would you not be able to wear the filters with traveling? What would be the problem there?
Right. Because of the filters, it allows you to breathe. And but the problem is that they're saying that when you are breathing, your breath is going out. So it's protecting anything that comes in. But say you have COVID and you're asymptomatic and you're breathing on people, your breath is coming out. So you could actually possibly infect someone else who's actually not 6 feet apart from you. So I want everyone to say.
Got it. So it's actually not quite as effective for protecting others,
right.
If you have a filter. Okay, but for people that are not traveling and aren't necessarily under the strict requirements, they can still be protected and protect themselves with the filter too.
Correct.
Cool. Anything else of note? I mean, obviously you got this flap, and I think we showcased that on this next figure, where you show yourself drinking. So it's attached here, and it just simply bends over and attaches back at this point where it is secured, right?
Correct.
Cool. Very, very good. And figure 3. And so this was a provisional patent application we filed, and so these are informal drawings, as you can see. And this is one of the great things about a provisional is we can keep it quite generic and broad without having to get specific, formal drawings at this phase. And it's a nice way to be able to ease into the patent process, right? And so within a year, you're going to file your non-provisional, get that filed with the patent office for review. Excellent. Well, a lot of good kudos here coming from Alan. He says, congrats. He thinks it's genius. Keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're all proud of you. So I wanted to showcase a final thing here. You've got a website and you're selling. I want to showcase that too. Let me just share my screen, and you can walk us through your website in case people want to find you at Maskarade, MASKARADE, mask.com. And let me just copy that into the field here in case anyone wants to check that out. There it is. All right. So walk us through the website. Where can we see your product?
All right. So here you see my slogan. If it's a requirement, why not make it a comfortable requirement? I stand by that 100%.
Right.
If you go down, it explains about Masquerade, keeping everyone healthy and happy. You keep going further if you want to know any background on me. I'm the creator of Masquerade, where I'm based out of. That's there. Also, I have right under the creator of Masquerade, I have about Masquerade. So I have all types of information as far as the mask and what it entails, everything that it includes, kind of what JD and I have already spoken about. Under that, I have my daughter. That's my Masquerade Mini model.
There you go. That's perfect. Nice.
I have her there. The Masquerade Mini is for ages 5 and under. If you go right back up to the very top, under my first picture, you'll see Shop Now. So you'll click Shop Now. and
Okay.
that'll bring you up to my products. I have different sizes for small, large, and for masquerade minis. Now, that's another thing that I'm also revamping. I'm actually going to make the mask one size fits all. And I'm also going to make sure that the ear straps are adjustable so that
Okay.
whomever faces different or whatever the case may be, I want to make sure that everyone is able to utilize this product nationwide.
That is so cool. I see this being used in schools.
Yeah.
Huge. You know, our kids, we're keeping them home for now, but when we start resuming, this would be a big deal, because I think one of the hardest things for kids, I mean, it's hard enough for adults to put them straps around your ears, but for kids, just leave it on, right? Leave it on, make it comfortable. And then if they need to eat and take a snack, open up the flap. How cool. Love it. Thank you for sharing. And for us to get hold of you, is just through this website. Can we make the purchase here, or are you also on Amazon?
Yes, so you can make this purchase here. I've
Okay.
actually I will be signing up with Amazon in a couple weeks. So you'll definitely be able to go there. So if you just follow my Instagram page, or even if you just keep a hold of my online store, just in case anyone may not have an Instagram page, you'll definitely know when I do actually sign up with Amazon and start selling on there.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you again for coming on. And those that are watching, please do fire away with any questions for Andrea. She'll be backstage. I'll bring her back on later. So thanks again. We'll see you soon.
Go big, go bold.
Yeah. All right. Love it. Good stuff. Well, I know we got a couple minute delay. So if those questions have come in, just hold tight. Mark says congrats to you, Andrea. All right. So let me go to our regularly programmed stuff here. We had a lot of questions from Avo. I'm going to try my best to get through these questions here. We had 4 patent questions and 4 trademark questions come in. Let's do the patent application one first. This one came in just 2 days ago. For those that may not know, I volunteer to answer questions. Oh, you know what? Before I go here, we had a question earlier, a live question. I want to make sure I don't forget that. Mr. Thacker, Vishwajit, you had a question about automobile car which runs without petrol and rechargeable battery, and wondering what to do next. Okay, that sounds pretty awesome. If you have a invention and you're ready to take the next step, you need to schedule a screening consultation, a screening session with one of our advisors. I put that link right there below your question. You can book right there using our Calendly link, the calendly.com/business consultations/20p. It's a screening session. We're going to make sure that Patents is the right thing for you, if our firm is a good fit. But I think you're going to need to get in front of an attorney to have a detailed discussion about your invention, confirm eligibility, and from there, patentability. Patentability is comprised of 3 major things: novelty, non-obviousness, and has to have utility. So that's a lot to get over. It's not just novel in the US, but novel in the whole world. It's a big endeavor, and I think research is going to be a key part of that. So thanks for your question. If you have any additional follow-up, Thacker, you're welcome to bring that in. Okay, let's jump to our Avo questions. And I will try to prioritize those live questions. So this Avo question is, can I use some products out of the store to create and sell my own product, sell my product? I use 6 different hair products, and I buy and add 4 natural products to it. When the chemistry changed, did that make it my own legal product? Okay, here's the issue, right? Here's the issue. If you're using 6 different products, so okay, they're different products and they're off the shelf and they're not products that you created, and then you bring in your own 4 natural products that are sort of additional, right, that were not included in those, it's likely that you're not infringing on any underlying patents for those individual products, if they have patents at all on those elements, okay? But the question which you may be asking is what I've created patentable? And that's a different question, okay? So infringement, hey, am I infringing on someone else's patents? Okay, I think if you're adding products to it, that may be an issue, but it sounds like you're using 6 different products. Let me flip this on its head. Let's say you just grabbed one product, okay, that had a patent on it, right, on what that hair product does, and you're adding to it. The problem with that is that and you decide to sell that new product, okay? The problem with that is that you're still using their patented product, their patented composition. You're simply just adding to it. So there's still an infringement of the underlying invention. But if you're grabbing, ingredients from 6 different products, okay, it makes it sort of, it doesn't infringe on the one, all right? But if you're now trying to ask, hey, can I seek a patent on this? The problem there is you need to be able to prove that those 4 natural products are non-obvious derivatives or add-ons. So if it's well known in the industry to add water or to add oil or some other element that's pretty straightforward, but it's just not in these other products, it's probably going to be difficult. But if these 4 natural products are not well known, I mean, let's think of, I don't know, ground up eucalyptus leaves, or rubies, ground rubies into a hair product. I don't know. Interesting things like that, where it's just not well known and it hasn't been part of the state of the art. That actually may lend itself toward patentability. Okay, thanks for your question on that. Let me jump back to see if we have any live questions. Nothing else come in yet. Let me go to our patent infringement questions. All right, this one's coming out of Douglas City, California. Can I get royalties from my patent after 4 years has gone by? I have a patent on my invention while waiting for the company that is working on my invention. They started it up without me on the internet. I've been selling it ever since, and no royalties have come my way. They ignore me. I've signed a contract to patent and lots of emails. I paid them over $7,000. Okay, this sounds like a problem, right? Someone who's not being communicated with. So obviously, I'm sorry this has happened to you. You've got to make sure that you actually have a patent granted. So before you can receive royalties and or set up monetary income, you've got to prove a lot of things. You've got to make sure that the patent actually got granted in your name or in a company that you own. Secondly, if you're not the one selling, if someone else is selling it, there's got to be a valid contract in place for you to get a royalty, and at what percentage of sales or gross revenue or gross receipts. Sounds like what's happening here is they're sort of in a claim that someone else has stolen your invention. It sounds like you may have hired a firm or a company, and it sounds like you're sort of alleging that they took your invention. So if that's the case and they derived it from you, there is a path toward getting the ownership back in your name called a derivation proceeding. It'll have to go before the Patent Trial and Appeal Board. You'll need to hire an attorney to help you with that. All right, hope to answer your question on that. Check back for live questions, nothing yet. All right, so let's cruise to the next question on Avo coming out of San Francisco on patent infringement. All right, a competitor is violating my US application claims, and I gave them a notice when it was a pending provisional patent application. They have 20 claims, and the competitor is violating the 17th claim. Can I add 10 more dependent claims to the 17th one? To be clear, it's only in the 17th claim. Well, all right, and it sounds like you have a pending US application. One thing to just know right away is that there are no rights, okay? If you have a pending application, you don't have the ability to sue someone, right? Take them to court or enforce any rights because you don't have any rights yet. There's been nothing granted. Now, assuming that all of your claims eventually do become granted and you provided them notice and they're still infringing, now you've got the leverage to be able to prove that they have been willful infringers, and therefore you can get treble or triple damages if they've been put on notice about your claims and they've ignored it. So with respect to the 17th claim, with all due respect, I want to make sure you have actually spoken with the patent attorney. It is going to be important as you prosecute this application. Prosecuting is a fancy term for as it goes through the examination. You want to make sure that you broaden those claims as much as you can. And in some cases, file what's called a child patent or a continuation patent application, where you'll have 2 separate patent applications going in terms of a parent and a child patent. So you can have the most amount of rights possible, especially if you found a competitor or some market interest in a dependent level claim. So you can blow that out and add more claims to it by having a child patent application. All right, hope that helps answer your question. Thank you for that, by the way. We have one more question, and I don't see any live questions there. So one more Avo infringement question, and then we'll bring Andrea back on to wrap up. Okay, so this one comes out of New York City. it is, okay, can I sell a product in the North American market that is patented in Asia? The seller is in Asia, owns a design patent. We plan to improve their design, fix most product flaws, and bring it to North America. They do not have a US North American patent yet, and we do not know of any way of knowing if they've applied for one. Of course, we will not sell or manufacture the Asian country if they're selling the product in that Asian country. For instance, if we get the US patent to the product first, can we run into any problems with the Asian patent holder? Okay, well, first and foremost, the issue is going to come up with the US. Let's say you filed that design that it already exists out there in Asia, that will get rejected, right? That patent, that publication, the product that's already on the market in the world will prevent you from getting a US patent because it's not new, right? It's been done before. So in order to get a patent in the US, it has to be new, not just in the US, but new in the world. So it's a huge change in the law that happened in 2013. All right. Your second question is interesting, where if you make an improvement, okay, and if that improvement is significant enough, and if the functional, product flaw solutions you've got are merit, have a significant, level of improvement, then you can file for a patent on just the improvement. Okay. But the issue there is that you're not going to be able to sell the underlying product in the countries that they have patent rights in. And you need to make sure you get with an attorney to see if they actually do have pending rights in the US, of course, or any other countries that you may want to sell in. So before you do business, you ought to get a freedom to operate opinion from a US patent attorney, especially if you're going to sell in the US market. All right, so thanks for your question on that. All right, let's come back to our live stream. So glad to have everybody on. I'm going to bring Andrea back on and we're going to wrap up. Andrea, thanks for hanging out. I didn't see any questions come in, but this is a pretty vibrant community, and I just want to thank you again for sharing your time and inspiring other those that may watch not just live but after the fact with your story. Tell us again what's the best way to get a hold of you if we're curious about the inventor process. Do you have an email or a phone number you're willing to give out, or is it just the website?
You can actually go on my website under Contact Us on masquerade.com. Okay. You can also email me. I'm definitely here if anyone has any questions. I'm here if you have any questions about Bold Patent Law Firm. I mean, it's awesome. If you want to talk about that, you can contact me on Masquerade, mask with 2 Ks. So MASKARADEMASKK @gmail. And also, if you want to contact me on my phone, I don't mind. 678-907-5702. I'm an open book. I am here. If you have an invention, if you have an idea, go for it. Go for it. There's nothing stopping you. Go big or go bold.
Awesome. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you, Andrea. Have a good rest of your day. Take care. Bye-bye.